Just for here, I'm going back to a new Milo Murphy's Law review, and if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next 2 episodes of Season 2 of Milo Murphy's Law. And yeah, we start with another good one of the 2 in this review. And yeah, it starts with this snowball being formed, and yeah, Milo and Zach are getting ready for school. And yeah, this episode kind of reminds me a bit of the first episode, where they're trying to get to school, and one of the kids does a bet with Melissa on if Milo will make it in time for school or not. Again, reminds me a lot of the first episode. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz comes, which yeah, he's still staying with Milo. And he brought Milo's lunch, but apparently it's not Milo's, it's Melissa's. And yeah, they see the snowball coming, and they're putting their helmets on and being chased, and yeah, Melissa just comes. And of course they do a little wager, as usual, to see if Milo and Zach will be able to make it to school in time. And yeah, they're getting chased, and yeah, Milo telling Diogi to go home, and yeah, again, them just making a wager of if Milo makes it to school or not, and the loser has to shovel the other's driveway, the other person's house driveway. And yeah, we see Cavendish and we see them just waiting for the call, and Dakota and Cavendish, and waiting for the call, and being so worried. Cavendish is so worried, and he's like, we gotta act natural. And yeah, he does not act natural and destroys the machine. And yeah, they get transported basically to their boss's lair, or their boss's office. And is gonna have to be sentenced to a court meeting, a court adjourn. And yeah, we see the snowball still rolling over this tent and getting slingshotted to get out of the snowball, and having to dodge these weapons and stuff, and getting chased by the snowball again. And yeah, we then see Cavendish and Dakota in the court area, and showing these different clips from past episodes of their different fails with the pistachios. And yeah, some of them are just very funny, even a slow motion shot. And yeah, then they get fired. They get banned from time traveling for their trouble. And yeah, we see, and then we see Milo and Zach seeing the snowball's not there, and they end up going across this river on a little iceberg piece of ice. And then they see the ship with Diogi on it, and they get a grappling hook, and they get eaten by a whale. And of course Milo's still nowhere to be seen, and of course Melissa is saying that he'll make it, she hopes. And yeah, Dakota is saying all these different things. Well, yeah, pretty much revealing that they went back in time loads and loads of time. Yeah. Oh, saving Cavendish. And yeah, of course they're shocked by it. And they banned them to not time travel. Removed their whole time traveling duties. And yeah, we see Diogi's in the whale too. When they're in the whale, and yeah, they're still waiting, and the clock is ticking. And yeah, already given Melissa the shovel, and grabbing all these different things they could need. and hooking the string onto the whale's tooth and gonna slingshot out, which, yeah, they accidentally grab one of the teeth and they pass the UFO and land on the sign and start going down, sliding down the hill again. And yeah, Cavendish is crying and Dakota is just trying to cheer him up. And yeah, they see Milo and Zach and the OG, and they're wondering if they can help him get to school, but of course they can't because they lost their time traveling privileges. But they're saying, y'all may have, but we haven't. And then, yeah, they used the time traveling to go 5 minutes earlier and then says, what? How did you? And yeah, giving them the shovel. So yeah, he's having to shovel Melissa's driveway. Good old classic time traveling. Yeah, another good episode. Then we go to the next one, which is quite an interesting one, but a good one. And it starts with Scott, the undergrounder, with this milk carton and doing everything with it. And when he was taking the trash out, he notices that, yeah, the milk carton is going away. And he's sorry. He's saying, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. It kind of reminds me of Castaway when Tom Hanks was saying Wilson, yeah, Wilson, floating away. And he's saying, Wilson, I'm sorry. It kind of reminds me of that. And then I like the skull, I like the, I like the sign on the skull. Don't cry over spilt milk. Ill taste. Tearable. I like the sign. I had to point that out because I liked it. And yeah, they're doing this. Milo and Zach and Melissa are doing this experiment, which of course doesn't go so well. It goes a hole through the floor, causing the teacher's desk to go into the ground with her as well. And Scott manages to save her. And yeah, of course, she seems to be falling in love with him and saving her desk as well. And she's wondering if he would go on a date with her. And of course, the kids decide to try to help Scott try to fit in more into the, surface world when it comes to with the date. And yeah, doing this game show, trying to do these different date questions for him and trying to do these different things to try to, prep him for the date. Yeah, try to prep him for the date, which everything doesn't seem to go as good as you would think when it comes to it. And yeah, then they're waiting for him to come out, and yeah, he's just not. It just doesn't seem like he's ready. And then they give him a bath to get him ready and fix his hair and get him all dressed up. And yeah, he meets their teacher, the kid's teacher, and gets him on the stroll. Gives some flowers, and yeah, ends up losing a wheel, which they make it at the restaurant. And yeah, the waiter ends up slipping and in the lobster tank. And yeah, Milo is having to be the waiter now. And yeah, they end up going to the theater, and he finds gum on the floor and eats it. Gross. And sees this movie, which makes him realize something, but no, he just burps. And then they're thinking that it's a movie is what they need. But yeah, with Murphy's Law coming, we see the support beam falling and all these different things crashing in as well. And we actually see Scott rescuing some of the civilians as well in the theater. And their teacher is wondering if they're okay. And she's like, oh, I'm not seeing him again. Because he's a wacko. And so sees a picture of her desk. Like, yeah, she's got a problem. She's got an issue when it comes to her desk. And telling Scott thanks for a good night, though. And Scott saying that he'll be alright. And he's going down back to the sewers. And yeah, having this orange juice carton. And yeah, the milk carton that it's like an awkward moment between them. But yeah, another good episode. I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know. Catch you next one.